Hey everyone. I wanted to make a follow-up to my video yesterday about self-image or self-identity or quote-unquote the ego, and quickly touch on the concept of perceived need. Now, I'm not talking about actual need. Actual need is, food, water, shelter, that kind of thing. Perceived need is something that happens automatically when we're operating out of self-image. And the reason is that when our self-image starts to lack or feel insufficient, we automatically have a need to raise it back up and sustain it. And that makes sense because if you're operating out of self-image, you certainly don't want a terrible one. You want a good one that makes you feel good and makes you feel comfortable and certain. And so all of a sudden we have these needs. Now, a good example of that is if you feel that you are lacking as an individual, if you don't feel that you are likable, well, then that will automatically create the need for social approval. That will automatically create the need for friends. Even bad friends, it creates that need just to have people around to pad your self-image. Okay, if you have a need to feel loved because you don't in fact love yourself as you are, well then you will have a need for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Now, there's lots of examples and we can go into great detail, but I'm going to make this video quick. The point is that if you're operating out of this perceived need, then you're never actually being yourself. You're just trying to satisfy your needs. And that only lasts for a certain amount of time. You could have that need satisfied. You may need to feel like you are a more important person, and so you go out and buy things that give you that image. But at the end of the day, you're still left with who you are. And what happens when all of a sudden somebody else gets something that in comparison you deem to be better than what you just got? Well, now your image has suffered again, and now you have a need again. And so you're always chasing this tail around, and you're never actually getting to where you want to be. That is not a way to live. You need to come to terms with the fact that perceived need is not the same as need. It's designed only to make you feel better. And if you can get over that, if you can stop needing to feel better, that doesn't mean that you don't get to go out and buy the things that you like. It doesn't mean that you don't go out and go to nice dinners or buy yourself a new piece of clothing. It means you don't need to, which means you still get all the benefit of the experience without any of the consequence of the addiction to feeling better. So instead of attacking those perceived needs, instead of focusing on those perceived needs, recognize that you don't really need anything. You don't need to have people approve of you in order to love yourself. You don't need to have the best clothing in order to think that you are attractive or likable. All you need to do is come to terms with who you are and what you are. And what you are is good enough right now. And coming to terms with that changes how you act. It changes how you feel, and it changes how you experience the world. And in that state, you will find the happiness that you are currently trying to chase through fulfilling your needs. And that's my thought on need. I'll cover more in the future, I'm sure, but if you have any questions or want clarification, leave a comment or contact me. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.